What's up guys? It's Stouty from Real One. I want to show you something today that we've been working on for close to a year now, and working on really the mobility aspect was the first piece and the main piece to be able to do this. Working some core and balance after the fact is what's made it successful, but it was the mobility to get into the position that's allowed us to do this. So what I've been working on is the ability to sit in the bottom of a squat without my bum touching the ground, and actually get into a position where I can go and let go of the ground and actually balance in position. So reminder, I'm T6 paraplegic, and this is a squat. Kind of see already, this leg's still a little too tight on that side, which is giving me a bit of grief to get in position. But when we do get up, get my arm through, get my weight over top of the squat. There we go. In the bottom, butt off the ground, fully supported. Now, we start to try to counterbalance. Getting into that position. Obviously this is, for me to get balanced and sit in this position, I've got to shoot my shoulders too far forward than you would in a normal squat. But I'm still able to keep my back in a safe position, my knees out, my weight anchored over my heels. I'm just coming forward a little bit to completely balance. So here we are, not touching, butt off the ground, full balance. Worked on my ankle mobility a lot to be able to sit in this position. Sounds funny, working on ankle mobility for a guy who doesn't stand, or, well, I stand every day but don't walk. This is why I work on that. So again, we can down here, we can start to shift and really work the hips as well. I can rotate back and forth, opening those hips, bearing weight on your legs, if anything, and your joints. This is that's what this is about, right? So when you progress to getting the hands in front, then we can progress even farther on trying to sit up, getting the chest up a bit more, weight back without falling backwards, which is still progressing for me. But as I get better at this, the better I get at being able to bear that weight and work that balance. Now, a lot of this balance and adjustments is visual for me. I can feel the weight bearing down on the joints, but I don't have the ability to engage too many twitch fibers to take that balance. So for me, I've got to watch my body positioning on how I can stay back and in. Getting into a better squat position now, butt down a bit, still not touching the ground, and able to let go. So a couple little drills you can do once you get that position. We've used a band hanging from a pull-up bar, which you wrapped around the shoulders, allowed us to sit more upright, and the band it has to be a thick band. Well, depending on your weight, I guess. For me, in my fat ass, it's got to be a pretty thick band, so we use a really heavy weighted band. When I first started, I progressed by this little narrow stance. I found it the easiest for me to get in and up. But since then, I've gone wider, trying to get to a realistic squat stance. So feet shoulder width apart. I come up through, make sure I'm center. There we go, we're getting more and more balanced as we go. As I work through this range of motion, I drive my knees out a bit, and here we are again in that squat. Pretty good and stable now. I'm barely even touching the ground. to see that fucking shit. So getting into this position gets better with mobility. Holding this position without any aids. I start by holding my feet. Here we are. What it comes down to is your mobility and your core work. So if you're just lifting barbells all day, worrying about that 1 rep max, worrying about that heavy lift, this is not going to be in your repertoire. So you need to be thinking about, what am I doing to address my mobility on a daily basis, especially for your seated athletes, and even amputees where you're off balance, one side is stronger than the other. We need to make sure the other side is getting as much attention as possible, and then just regular everyday mobility for anybody is key. So again, you can go to ROMWOD, www.romwod.com/wheelwod to get the adaptive pathways, or if you're an able-bodied athlete, just romwod.com, and feel free to try the adaptive ones. They are for everybody. They're just a bit more specified for people with disabilities. Thanks a lot. It's great to see you guys. Happy squatting. I'm just going to sit here in my squat. You know how much easier floor chairs are from this position? Good way to progress when you're first looking for balance, but it's also a way to start engaging that squat. Drive through the hoop. Drive through the hoop. Makes those floor chairs, whoa, super easy.